Hi everyone. I finished up this tutorial of this third set of part 1 and 2 Easter Bunny tutorials. So in the first one I told you I would get this all colored up, painted up, and then at the very end, to make the part 2 be a lot shorter, much shorter, I would just come back and do the ending with you. I went a little bit further than I was planning on it. It's the thing about painting, you get going and you know. So what I'm going to do with you here is I'm going to use my metallics, which are these here, these little metallic ones. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add some, hopefully, we're going to add a lot of the metallic colors. I'm going to first choose this bluish color, and we're going to come up around, and we're just going to kind of decorate or put some color, I should say, and these would have a metallic sort of, supposedly, you know, supposedly just give it like some sort of shiny effect to it, because in the light these tend to be a bit on the sparkly side. So we'll come over here and we're just gonna all around, just in different places, and have water on my brush, and we're just gonna do this, dance my brush all around the, using different colors. This is a gold. I think I'll put that one down here. These seem to have a lot of water to get them activated. But this one is the gold. I'm sorry, I went too far on the painting. I wanted to do a little more of the painting with you, but it doesn't matter. I don't want this to be long. Just finish this up by, you know, putting a little pizzazz in the background. So that's the goldish. And then I think we can take this other one here and we'll dance that around. This is a yellow, so activate it with the water. You can see it here. Just activate it with the water and come over here and put the yellow in. So, and then what I wanted to do also is come in with these metallics and right in different areas where we have similar color, I'd like to add these in, or even just to add to what I already have, and see what we can make for some little sparkles and stuff like that. You don't really see it unless you're in some sort of light, you know, unless the light's shining on it. But I thought I'd just pick a few places where I can dab it on. Let's get one, no, let's do the lighter green there. So we're going to grab this lighter green. This particular set of paints here are a mistake. I had ordered something else, and I got these, which it says they're metallic, which I didn't mind that happened, simply because, oops, one of these just kind of came right out, okay, because I didn't have a set of metallics of this color, of the colors. I just had some goldish and silverish ones in some other set that I have. So this kind of, I thought I'd, you know, check these out, work with these for a little bit and see. So this one is a blue, and I'm trying to put this blue leaf, like right, they're very pale, they're not strong at all. I can't get much intensity out of them unless I choose the darker colors and then I go over it again, which is fine. You can do that for sure. But I thought that we would kind of do this for the last touches. Go into some gold again. Come over here to some of the leaves and dip in, just kind of poke in. Well, we have a lighter gold and we have a darker gold. So let's grab some of the lighter gold for a minute. We're just gonna, like I said, I'm just going all around this painting, dabbing it in here and dabbing it in there. And believe it or not, you'll, in the right light. I don't know if putting this light on, well, that might help to help you to see the sparkle of it. It's hard to tell. And in his fur, some of the furs, I'm going to put some of this nice lighter gold. Give some of the bunnies a little bit of a facelift. And I'm sure that in the right light you will see it. And then what I thought I would do, some of this. Oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to do some pink. And kind of come over here again and grab some of that pink and work your way out to the edge of the paper. There isn't too much left, as I said, to do on this. This one came out pretty cute, I think. Thing is, with these kind of paintings, you get going and then you just like, it's kind of weird. Before you know it, you're like, oh geez, I kind of did a little too much of this, or oh geez, I kind of went a little too far with that. But all in all, I think it's really cute. In watercolors, the watercolors dry light, so if you want something a bit more prominent in some particular area, like I'm going to come back in here and add a little bit more of this green, and the same here with these, the green and the sepia, outline the edges of that. And then I'm just going to look at it and see if, the trouble is it's so done, I don't want to add much of anything else, because if we do, we are, whoops, I'm sorry, it's just going to be too much. But we can, well, it's been one of those days, folks. I know we all have them, but I definitely am having one. But that's okay, right? We keep going. We don't stop because the day is screwed up, or whatever you want to call it. At least I don't. You just keep plowing forward. And it kind of straightens itself out in one way or another. Okay, I wanted their mouth a little bit underneath to be a bit whiter. And this one here, there we go. Oh, and I know what I wanted. I wanted to, see, it's these little touches at the end that will stick out. So we want to have a little bit red on that nose, pink with some red underneath in this nose. I chose to have the noses to be pink. You can have them be whatever you like them to be. He lost his eye here, so we gotta, there we go. And some of the mouths. The thing is, I think I started to say something. The thing is, in watercolor, is stuff dries, it dries light, so a lot of times you have to go back into places and define it again. Oh my goodness, that's why it looks like there's something missing. Okay, I know what I also have to do. I have to put on some whiskers of these little guys. I put the whiskers on the big guy. I was looking at these things going, what doesn't look right here? Okay, so we're just gonna, I'm just dipping into the sepia or any dark color. Camera's in a bad place today. And there we go. That adds a whole bunch more. Get a few more darker ones on this guy. It's all these little tiny things in painting. The little, if you're not doing loose, if you're doing loose, well, you don't really need all those things, but it's different. It's just different. So it's the, we forgot the whiskers. Well, the whiskers are gonna definitely just add a whole bunch. And a little bit of darker area. The shadows, shadow areas, darken them up at the end, if you can. That's also going to help, big time. this side here is a bit, my left side of this painting is what's the darkest. So in the areas that are on the left side, you want to, you know, darken it up a little bit. So I think now that we have, you know, done all these, I mean, you could probably find 100 other things, you know, to do or change or whatever, because that's the way it works. But for me, this part 2 of this particular bunny, Easter Bunny tutorial is finished. Don't forget to sign your work. Check out some of my other tutorials. Check out part 1 of this, which would be, I finished most of this offline. So I did the main bunny and some few other places in number 1. Then I finished it offline, came back and do these things with you in part 2. So just check out and look for part 2. There'll be some keyword in each of these sets that will be in part 1 and part 2, so you don't have to look all over the internet for it. Well, I hope you're having a good day, folks. We're just going to keep plowing through the day and make the most out of it. So take care and bye for now.